Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to NetworkChuck. In 2020, can't even talk today. In 2021, it's been a while since I've done this, forgive me. I'm not doing anything. At least that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now, I'm doing nothing. And that's the important thing I want to talk about today. When you're setting your goals for whatever you want to do, don't tell anyone. Don't do it. Just don't say a thing. Now, many of you know I like setting ambitious goals. I'm all about goal setting, but when I come on this channel and I say, hey, I'm going to post a CCNA video every week. Hey, I'm going to do this. Hey, I'm going to do this. I'm not very good at doing that, am I? And real quick, let me know if you can hear me, guys. Good seeing you guys. First stream of the new year. And I wanted to talk about goal setting, of course, but I think one thing I've always advocated people to do is to say, hey, set your goals and then tell people about it. I even told you, like in the chat, tell me about your goals. I said, go tell your friends about your goals. Make it public. Get all this accountability. You think that might help you, right? Like you think that might help you stay motivated, remind you of what you're doing. It actually may not be true. I'm guilty of this. I see so many people in my life guilty of this, doing this over and over. Here's the thing, and I found this article, and I'll share it with you here in a bit. Oh, coffee's good today. By the way, I got a few new cameras, a new mic, which you can't see, and that's the point. Let me know how things are going. What's up to my new mods? Oh, and by the way, people are using the new emotes right now, so pretty cool stuff. So today in the stream, we're going to talk about goal setting. We'll answer questions about goal setting. I'll give you my mentality for goal setting, but also the main thing I want to share is stop telling people about your goals. Like if you want to get your CCNA this year, shut up. Just don't tell anyone. If you want to become a hacker this year, be quiet. Don't let your words do the talking. Don't do that. I'll explain why. Let me actually pull up this article real quick. Let me actually throw this in the chat. It's freaking fantastic. Let me go to the desktop here. So there's a guy named Peter Shallard. He's like, why telling people your goals is a fatal mistake. And essentially, the mentality is that when you tell people your goals, your unconscious mind is getting that endorphin, it's causing an endorphin-filled rush and telling your mind, hey, we've already done this thing. If you, you know how you feel, right? Like when you have this ambitious goal, like I'm gonna get my CCNA this year, that's what I'm doing. And then what do? You imagine what it's gonna be like to have your CCNA, when you have that plaque and what it's gonna do for you. And then for some reason, the act of verbalizing it, telling someone your goal, like say for example, your coworker's like, hey, Bill, hey, Bernard, this year, I'm committing to getting my CCNA. Your unconscious mind doesn't know the difference, and this is what this article is about. It doesn't know the difference between actually doing it and then or just imagining it. So what happens is you get that endorphin-filled, yes, post-victory feeling when you actually did nothing. So you might think that would help with motivation, but it actually does the opposite. It gives you a false sense of accomplishment. And usually, and this is science-backed, by the way, you can read the article and Google some stuff. They've done studies where people, when they made verbal commitments to their goals, when they told people about what they're going to do, these grandiose things, and amounted to much less actual follow-through. I'm guilty of that. How many of you are guilty of that? I'm starting on Monday, I'm doing this, I'm doing so many cool things, but you never end up following through. That's my problem. Did I pass my exam? Be quiet, Matt. I'll talk about that in here in a moment. It's part of my stuff. So what's the solution? Shut up. Don't tell anyone. And if you read that article, which I highly encourage you to do so, if you're watching this in the replay, I'll put in the description. His advice is when people say, okay, what are you doing? What's your big grand plan this year? What are your goals this year? Your response should be, well, just wait and see. Just wait and see. What that does, this is what this guy says, it gets people to first, you're not publicly telling people about your stuff, right? You're not broadcasting and getting that endorphin filled, yes, I can already see myself with my CCNA, and then you end up not doing anything. So it keeps that at bay. But it also gets people to go, huh, what's this person gonna do? And it opens up a huge window to start speaking with your actions. So what I advise, and this is what I'm going to do. So when I'm telling you this year in 2021, I'm doing nothing, I'm also saying, hey, why don't you wait and see? I'm gonna let my actions do the talking. I'm not committing to a certain number of videos. I'm not committing to a series, although I did promise CCNA, so I might probably follow through with that, but I'm not gonna say it because it's gonna give me a false sense of endorphins. But I'm not gonna commit to anything. You wait and frickin' see what I'm gonna do this year. I'm not making any promises. I'm not gonna give myself that false sense of accomplishment, my unconscious mind, that endorphin rush. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put my head down and I'm gonna let that, what I do, the work, show what I'm doing. So you should do the same thing. So tell people, hey, wait and see. It's gonna actually make them pay attention to you. They're gonna go, huh, what is Bill talking about here? What's he up to? I'm gonna kind of keep an eye on him and see what he accomplishes. What is he working on? And let your actions go forward. So that being said, that's what I would do. Now this doesn't mean that you shouldn't like write your goals down or commit to something internally in yourself. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying verbalizing it. I can't tell you how many people in my life like get off on that. Like that they love doing that. They just love telling people, this week I'm doing this. Do you know people like that? Are you someone like that? I'm definitely someone like that. I totally get off on telling people what I'm going to do. It's a rush, isn't it? So just stop it. Don't do it. Tell no one except yourself. Be committed to yourself. Now, yes, there are situations where having accountability will help you. So telling someone and having them have accountability is helpful, but you just gotta be careful with that because you're still in danger of having that endorphin rush. But if you have the situation of where, hey, like I know people will say, if I announce it on YouTube, if I announce it on here, I'll have accountability. Not really. Accountability needs to be a structured, focused situation, like you and your buddy. Like you sit down and you say, hey, we're gonna get our CCNAs this year. And by the way, I see some super chats coming in. I'll be answering these here in a bit, guys. Appreciate it. I'll be answering all kinds of questions here in a bit. But you should say, hey, buddy, friend, maybe you're gonna get into my Discord and find someone to help you out. Say, hey, you and I, right here privately, commit to getting our CCNAs this year, or commit to getting our EJPT, commit to getting our Pen Test Plus, whatever it is, let's commit to that. Let's hold each other accountable. So have purpose, have consequences, have rewards, but don't just let it be like a, woo, here, universe, I'm doing something cool and make yourself feel good about it. No, don't do that. Keep it hidden, keep your goals down low. Let your work, your hard work, do the talking. That's what I'm gonna do. So this year, as far as you know, I'm doing nothing. So you freaking wait and see. So yeah, normally on a video like this, I might come on here and talk about my New Year's resolutions, what I'm gonna do this year. Because I love goal setting, I really do. I love ending a year, starting fresh and like committing to new things. And I love telling people about it, it's awesome. But I'm not gonna do that this year. That's not what I'm doing. This year, I'm committing to myself what I'm going to do. I'm committing to people and having accountability with private groups, not you guys. You guys, you're gonna see. You're gonna see. So tell people, just wait and frickin' see. The one and only Doge. I've got a Discord group. Guys, let them know what the Discord is. And by the way, who caught the IT Pro TV webinar? I was in there today. Anyways, I will be answering some questions, but I'll go into what I'm kind of doing as far as goal setting this year. I always start every year. Dude, the one and only Doge. Can one of my mods like put that guy in timeout? I want to put you in timeout. I can't get and catch you. Yeah, if you do.
My apologies.
Be quiet, Siri. If you do exclamation Discord, you'll get the command for Discord. I start every year rereading some of the books that inspire me and get me focused on what I want to accomplish in my life. And I'm going to switch to something more philosophical. I don't want you to tell me your goals. Again, don't say it in the chat. Don't tell people. Don't do any of that stuff. Keep it internal and let them see. And then announce it. Let the reward of telling people what you did be your endorphin-filled amazing rush. And that's going to be lit, right? Like, you know it's going to be cool. Just keep it down low, work hard. But let's get more philosophical on goal setting real quick. I've made live streams on this before, but I feel like it's always important to revisit these ideas because you'll forget. You'll freaking forget. I forget. This is why I crack open books that have inspired me. One book I have not read in a while, and I'm reading it right now. And I really think everyone should read it. It's The 4-Hour Workweek. And by the way, Edmund Ramirez, thanks for joining the membership here. Let me make sure my bots aren't like going off real quick. I know that can be quite annoying if I have a bunch of things going off. Yeah, I think it is. Let me turn it off. Cool. But the book I read every year, or I try to read every year, is The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. I'll put a link in the description, and if you have a link for me in the chat, guys, put it in there. This book is about, it's not about having a 4-hour work week. It is the idea, but no one actually, like I've been working on this mentality for a long time. I work more than I ever had before, but I do what I love to do, and that's the difference. But the 4-hour work week is all about stepping back. And I've talked about this all the time. It's all about stepping back and discovering or rediscovering what the heck are you doing with your freaking life, dude? Like, life can go on autopilot, right? If you let life do its thing, it will just happen. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong camera. If you let life do its thing, it will just freaking happen, and before you know it, you're somewhere you didn't intend to be. It's like life drift. Another book I read all the time is Your Best Year Ever by Michael Hyatt, and he talks about just if you don't keep your eye on, I forget what the analogy was, something with water and oceans and boats and something, but you end up drifting, and before you know it, you're way off course. If you let your life just go on autopilot, you're gonna end up somewhere you don't want to be. You're gonna end up somewhere where you're gonna let other people, your circumstances, people in your life control where you end up, and before you know it, you're 50 and you're sitting, and nothing wrong with reaching this point and going, what the heck just happened? Nothing wrong with that. But before you know it, that can happen. You're like sitting there, crap, I've let everyone dictate what my life was going to be like, and suddenly you're in a place where you didn't want to be. So let the stream, and let some of these ideas start flowing. What do you actually want out of your life? Are you just studying for the sake of studying? Are you getting your CCNA just because you want to make more money? Maybe making more money isn't your thing. You ever thought about that? Like maybe making more money, maybe getting into networking, maybe doing all this stuff isn't your thing. So, and by the way, it totally could be. For me, it is my thing. But step back and determine and figure out your why. Tim Ferriss in the 4-Hour Workweek does this thing called dreamlining, and I love the concept of it. I'm not going to go in the full details of it. You can get the book for it. But essentially, it involves stepping back and asking that age-old question. If money weren't an issue, if you had all the money in the world, what would you do? What would you do right now? If I was trying to answer that question a couple days ago, and I'm like, dadgum, I forgot what it feels like to answer that question, and holy crap, it's hard. If you had all the resources in the world, what would you wake up and do tomorrow? Another the way he phrased the question is if you were the smart, if you were, oh, this is great actually. A lot of us let our circumstances hold us back, right? Like you may think you're not smart enough, you may think you're not witty enough, not funny enough, not quick enough, like whatever it is. The question he poses is, what if you were the smartest person in the world? What if you were the funniest person? Like what if all those things were not an issue? What would you wake up and do tomorrow? Think about that. Think about if whatever idea you had, you would be the best person at doing it and you could do it successfully, what would you do tomorrow? I had a hard time answering that question, and he gives a few more questions to help you answer it. That's interesting, isn't it? So I want you to step back. I know a lot of you probably and I do the same thing to myself, let imposter syndrome sink in. Like, oh, I can't become a network engineer. I can't become a good hacker because I'm not as smart as everyone else. But think about what if you were? What would you do? Would you just become the most amazing hacker? Would you become the best hacker on HackerOne, on Bug Crowd? Would you just go and make 6 figures like overnight? What would you do? What would you do? I think the point of that question is to get you to free your thoughts on that. Because you totally can do it. You can. You're just letting your fears and what everyone tells you and your comparison dictate what you're going to do next. So let this time be a moment for you to step back and kind of recalibrate. What do you actually want? If you had unlimited resources, what would you freaking do? Someone asked, where's the DDoS website? Guys, I had to take that sucker down. Y'all are killing me with that. So no more DDoSing Chuck's website. And also, let me know in the chat and let me know in the comments below. What do you do for goal setting? What do you do at the start of every year? So 4 Hour Workweek is a book I read. Your Best Year Ever by Michael Hyatt is a book I read. It helps you kind of plan out your year and truly make it your best year ever. Nothing is going to happen unless you're intentional about it. If you want to be somewhere and go somewhere, make it freaking happen. And that only happens if you sit down and plan it out. Plan your course, chart your course, figure out how it's going to get done. So that's the other part of like, shut up and don't tell anyone your goal. Like, don't tell anyone about what you're doing. Just say, hey, wait and see. What you should do instead is sit down and say, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to commit to studying 2 hours a day. That's what I'm doing. That's my process, and commit to that. Now, there's a lot of practicality. You're like, how do you do that? How do you step forward and keep yourself motivated? How do you commit time? How do you deal with the times where you feel overwhelmed and burnt out? There are great, I should probably do a stream on that, another stream, because I've done it before, but there's a great book by James Clear. It's Atomic Habits. Fantastic freaking book. I'll put it in the description after the stream's done. It's really about hacking your brain to help you be more productive, to develop habits. Like, I'm much more about habits, developing good habits. I'm much more about that than like committing to these big grandiose goals. Instead of like, oh, I'm going to become this amazing engineer. How about commit to, actually, this is what he does in that book. One of the big ideas is, instead of saying, I'm going to be something, start acting right now like you are that something. Like, for example, if you want to be a hacker, don't just like put out there, one day I'll become a hacker somewhere in the future. No, shut up. Today you're a hacker. Put that in your mind. You're a hacker today. And go do what hackers do. What do hackers do? They hack. They learn. They study. That's what you're doing today. Maybe you want to become a network engineer. Don't say, oh, in the near or in the distant future, one day, hopefully with my CCNA, I'll become a network engineer. Shut up. Sorry. Right now, put in your mind, I am a network engineer. And I will do what network engineers do. I'm going to study, because that's what IT people do. They study. That's what they do. They get certifications. They study. They learn. I'm going to lab up things. So like if you jump into a lab and you practice spanning tree, you're doing what network engineers do. You are a network engineer, and you're slowly becoming more and more of a network engineer as you go around. So flip your mentality. And that's, I love ideas like that. I love books like that are all about, hey, stop trying to fight yourself. Stop trying to ride that motivation train. Motivation, what does it do? It comes and goes, right? You can't depend on the motivation, so you have to hack your brain. So that's one way to do it, is by assuming the identity. Like, for example, if you want to start running more, one day I'll become a runner. I'm gonna, no. You are a runner. And what do runners do? They run. You gotta adopt that mentality. So yeah, that's my ideas on goal setting. So maybe you're not a book reader. That's fine. Not everyone likes books, but dude, get yourself an audiobook. So Atomic Habits is a golden one. I talked about that last year. 4 Hour Workweek. Even if you don't plan on becoming an entrepreneur, 4 Hour Workweek will kind of have you step outside your zone and go, whoa, what am I doing with my life right now? I'm not even sure what I'm going for. And then Your Best Year Ever by Michael Hyatt will get you aligned will get you focused, will help you chart your year, because you got to plan it out. You got to plan it. You got to chart your course. Do not let life do that, because life will. If you don't take the wheel, something else will. Something else will. It might be your spouse. It might be your kids, which, in a lot of cases, like, okay, yes, you want to prioritize your family, but don't let them dictate what direction you want to go in. You can still love them and serve them the way you should while directing your life in a way you want to go. So, man, goodness, take control of your life. Take that wheel. Oh, this turned into a big motivational speech. But anyways, yeah, this year I'm doing nothing, you wait and see. And you tell me the same thing. Tell me you're doing nothing, you wait and see. What I want to hear in a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, I want to hear about what you did. I don't want to hear about what you're going to do. That's what I want to hear. Because you're tricking your mind into thinking you already accomplished it, and that's just dumb. We're all hackers here in a way, right? Like, even if you don't call yourself a hacker, if you're in networking, you're constantly hacking stuff. If you're in IT at all, you're constantly messing with things and making it work or making it work the way it shouldn't. We're all hackers in a way. You want to hack your brain too. This can be hacked. At the end of the day, your brain is just like the way you feel, the way you think, the way you do things is a response to chemicals firing in your brain. It's just chemistry up there. You got to hack it. You got to freaking hack that sucker. And for example, like, what's one way to get out of a rut? What's one way to, like, make yourself feel better? Exercise. It's a hack, because you're changing the chemistry in your brain. You're releasing endorphins, and suddenly the way you thought before isn't so important anymore. Suddenly the script is flipped, and you're feeling better. When you're hangry, like, my goodness, my 1.5-year-old, when she's hungry, it's like her whole world is over. She's just crying and screaming and nothing matters, and she just wants to destroy the whole world. You give her a snack and suddenly, dude, everything's rosy. So you can change that. Hack that brain, dude. Get that stuff going. So to sum up what we talked about here, I kind of already did a summation, but shut up and just do it. Don't tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to tell you what I'm about to do. You better believe I'm ambitious this year. Like, Dude, I want to do some crazy things. I'm just not going to tell you about it. I want to do some, I want to bring so much value to you guys, but I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. So there's nothing wrong with being ambitious. There's nothing wrong with writing down some goals. Be realistic. Have them, like, do the whole, what's the SMART goals? Something that you can measure and all kinds of stuff. I forget it. But yeah, I'll put all the books in the description that I mentioned today. Go through them, like going through the process of reading those books and defining, like, do not let your life just be an accident. Make everything on purpose. I want you by the end of this year to look back and go, heck yeah, I wanted to be this, and I am this. I wanted to accomplish this, and I did this. Nothing, like, sure, life's gonna throw you some curveballs. You might get knocked up. Recalculate. Get back on course, dude. Shut up. Don't let anything mess with you. Like, get on it. Yes. Frank just joined with a quick recap. So I told everyone that I'm doing nothing this year. And part of that mentality, just to sum this up real quick, is that when you tell people what you're committing to doing, your big goals, like, I'm going to get my CCNA, I'm going to make X amount of videos, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make all these, like, I'm going to become a network engineer. Saying those things out loud will actually make you less motivated to accomplish your goal. It actually does the opposite of what you might think. You may think you're trying to attain accountability, you're stating your goals publicly and making it known. You think that might help you. No, it actually tricks your brain into thinking that you already accomplished it. It releases that endorphin rush, like, yes, I kind of imagined it already, and your unconscious mind's like, you did a good job, buddy. Now I'll move on to the next commitment. No. You want to skip that part. You want to make sure you're committing to your goals privately. So my advice for you is when people say, okay, what are you doing this year? You say, wait and see. You wait and see. I'm going to put my head down, do the frickin' work. I'm not going to tell you about it, but you're going to frickin' see it. You're going to find out what I'm worth. You're going to find out what I do. You'll see. So that was pretty much the summation of what I'm doing this year, which you're not going to know. I'm doing nothing. As far as you're freaking concerned, I'm doing nothing. And as far as every one of your friends and people around you are concerned, you're doing nothing. But they're going to see some stuff, aren't they? They're going to see some stuff. Anyways, let's get to some super chats. Woo! I love going through some motivational speeches. Got to get off that high. Coffee time. The sip isn't going to be as loud anymore because I'm not using my other mic. By the way, what do you guys think of this mic? I think it's pretty good. The first stream of the new year, I'm so excited to be back. I took a break because I did get burnt out. I was pretty stressed out. I posted about it on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. I'm like, I hit a wall. Too much. Appalachian Wanderer, thank you for the super chat. Let me throw you up real quick. You said just kidding. Oh, they said, my goal is to donate to your channel. I said it and got hit of endorphins, and now I don't need to donate. Thanks. But then they actually donated. So, is this whole video fake? No. Thank you. I appreciate that. John A., let me throw you up real quick. Man, it's so good to be back and hanging out with you guys and talking. I hate not making YouTube videos. I hate not being on here. It's hard to get back into it if I'm gone too long. But anyways, John A., thank you for the super chat. He says he's been in IT for over 20 years. Got lazy and let my cert expire 15 years ago. Thanks for motivating me to get back and start getting my new certs and updating old ones. That's awesome. It's never freaking too late. Today in my what was it? Is a webinar. I did a webinar with IT Pro TV talking about the top certs to get started in IT. Some of the things we mentioned are like no-brainers, like A+, CCNA, Network Plus. There's the IT Fundamentals, which is good for really, really fresh new beginners. Yeah, it's never too late to start, and it's never too late to recommit and pick up where you left off. Because I know I get in the habit of, I'm going to do this, and then I'll let it go away, and I don't want to bother with recommitting. It's okay. Get back up and try again. Am I streaming at 1440p? No, I'm streaming at 1080p. But the intake is 1080p. Wooden stick. Chuck, where you been so long? I had to take a break. I got freaking burnt out. I let myself get tuna burnt out. AWOL, more Cisco. I'll throw you up in a minute, AWOL. So I'll tell you what I did. I get too ambitious at the end of the year. I planned to take the month of December off. That was my ambition. That's what I wanted to do. Then I thought about, hey, I could do a Christmas giveaway. That'd be really fun. And then I'm like, okay, I could probably just pre-record some videos, have it all done in one day. Not the freaking case. What ended up happening is I worked more than I did in November. I got too exhausted. And by January, I was like, I can't, I'm done. So I had to kind of unplug for a second, play a lot of Call of Duty, which is what I do when I unwind. Drink some White Claws, which I don't care if they're delicious, dude. I don't care what kind of hating. It's like drinking water. It's almost healthy. So I just relaxed, unplugged for a bit, did a bit of work here and there, a lot of planning. But I'm not going to tell you about it. A lot of planning, a lot of getting prepared, because I do have ambitions this year. I want to do more. I want to help you guys do more. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling refreshed. Like I wasn't gonna do anything today. The IT Pro TV webinar I did today was gonna be my day, but I'm like, you know what? I can't wait. I have to get on live stream. I have to get back and do something. So it's really, really cool to get back and talk with you guys today. Let me see. Let me get another super chat up here. Actually, I'll do a random chat from the stream. Craig, how do I find the super chat or the webinar you did today? Craig, if you go to my YouTube channel and look at my my community post, I did post a link to that webinar. It should be freely available from IT Pro TV. NetworkChuck, I like my brandy, no shame here. YZ, have I done my OSCP yet? Not yet. Okay, let me pull up a few super chats real quick. Where are they at? Brian Kaplan, I'll throw you up real quick. Says, thank you, Chuck, for all you contribute. I appreciate that. Thank you. My goal, I guess I can tell you this. It's not really a commitment. It's just a mentality. My theme this year is the same as it was last year. It's just to provide as much value as I can for you. I was watching David Bomble's an interview with a ethical hacker today. And I like what this guy said. I forget what point it was. But he's like, he was talking about motivating people to get into cybersecurity. He's like, I felt like I found gold, and I want to tell everyone about it. And that's how I feel about IT. Like every path in IT, I felt like myself. I felt like I found a secret, a shortcut, a path. It's basically cheating at life. I felt like I found that, and I want to tell everyone about it. I go, why wouldn't you tell someone about the most amazing thing you can ever find, right? So that's part of my mission this year is to, again, just provide as much value and content as I can. I'm trying to get to more people. Like, hey, did you know that IT is this thing that you can do? You can skip college, you can get certifications, and it's actually pretty freaking fun, and you can provide for your entire family, and you can make a lot of money, and it's really fun. Like, did you know that? Not everyone knows that. And that's crazy. So I'm kind of like an IT evangelist in a way. And I also want to help you get started because I understand like, while getting in IT is an amazing thing, it's also not always easy. Finding good training, finding good content isn't the easiest thing in the world. So I want to help you do that. So yeah, my goal this year is the same as last year. Provide as much content, freely available content to you as I can. And a huge shout out to all my members. So if you want to help me do this, if you want to help me commit to this mission, I mean not help me commit. If you want to come alongside me and help me do this, I've got a membership, I got Patreon, like all that stuff. But you don't have to support me in that way. Like just come watch my videos and sit through the ads. I mean, turn off your pie hole for a bit and watch my ads. That's more than enough. Like I don't care. Sit through my ad reads. But I'm gonna provide you content. I'm gonna do it either way. If you want to support me, that's cool. Anyways, thank you, Brian, because that does help me. And $20, dude, like that's a lot. Thank you so much. Brian said something really cool. To your point, Chuck, I know people who make a 6-figure salary. They are unhappy but have a ton of money. And this is referring to setting your goals and your why. Because I know people get into IT, and this is a legit thing. They get into IT to make some serious money, and you absolutely can. You can. Like me, I was on track to make some serious money as a network engineer. But I stepped back and went, oh, hold on. Is this the lifestyle I like? Do I like working all these hours? Do I want more responsibility? Do I want to become a manager? Like, do I want all these things? Even if it does mean I'll be making $250,000 every year. So I actually took a pay cut and changed my position. So yeah, you have to look at your happiness. Happiness looks different for each person. Happiness for some person might be making bank and working like crazy, and that's fun for you. Other people, maybe they just like their 9 to 5. And they don't care about like they just want to make enough money to live and their family life, and that's cool too. Like just find your happiness. Gary Vee is all about that. If you want to get some serious motivation beyond what I'm providing here, Gary Vee will be your freaking guy. Guy's freaking amazing. But thank you, Brian. Let me pull up another super chat real quick. Trustin Klein. Let me throw you up real quick, buddy. If you're just tuning in, I said I'm doing nothing this year, and as far as you know, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing nothing. It's a mind hack, a life hack. Don't tell people your goals. Don't let them know, because if you tell someone your goals, you're tricking your brain into thinking that you already did it, and you're getting this false endorphin rush, and your motivation goes. So don't tell anyone. Put your head down. Work hard. That's what I'm doing. Say wait, and you'll see. Tristan, hey Chuck, you're a good guy. Thanks for everything. I have lots of questions for you. I know you're busy. Tristan, I can't respond to everything just because if I did that, I would have zero time for anything else. And my goal is to reach as many people as I can, so it involves making videos. I can't do too much, but let me see. You did post this. Let me answer that. I've applied for so many help desk jobs and haven't even got one call yet. Please help me. So part of getting yourself ready to get that first help desk job is first, you do want to start applying immediately. So you're doing the right thing, applying. Also, if you're not getting bites, if you're not getting people interested in you, then maybe step back and look at your resume. Is your resume tuned and ready to go? If it's not, get some help. I'm sure if you jump into my Discord server, we'll have some people in there who can like, hey, let me look at your resume. Let me tell you if you're being an idiot. Let me fix some things that you have on there. Let me look at your LinkedIn profile and see if you have something stupid on there. Reach out to the community. Like they will help you out. So reach out to people. That's what I would say. That's the best thing. And you're studying for your CCNA. That's great. It's fantastic. Great suggestion from KevTech. Dude, KevTech, you're always in here having some great advice. It says you need to build a home lab, fix the resume, talk to job recruiters. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so building your home lab will give you a chance to get some hands-on. You can demonstrate that to possible, employers saying, hey, I don't have any professional experience, but I sure know how to use it because it's in my home right now. You want me to show you? Let me VPN from my laptop right now. Let me show you what my lab looks like. Do you know what that's going to do for your their perspective of you, their perception of you? Holy crap. And then, yeah, talk to job recruiters. Like, job recruiters, their job is finding the right people, and they just go talk to one, call one, and talk with them. Let me pull some chats from the stream real quick at random, because you don't have to pay to play here, but I do want to honor what you guys are giving here. Sai Lokesh. Me as a beginner, I just want you to suggest some books or videos for beginners like me, and can we please get a live hacking session? So Sai, what I would say is if you want to get into hacking, I mean, there are a variety of different paths you can take for hacking, but I think YouTube is a great start. I mean, it's free, and some of the best content you'll find in the world is created on YouTube. That's just the reality now. I think the world's changing in that, you know, and it's kind of funny, right? Like, you'll see paid content that seems a lot lower quality than what you'll find on YouTube, and YouTube is free. Sure, you might have to sit through an ad, but the quality is outstanding. And that's what I found. A lot of paid content, it's behind a paywall, but it's from people who, I don't know, just aren't gifted at making videos. So YouTube and some free resources like Try Hack Me and Hack the Box. They have some amazing paths you can go down for free. So check that out. Let me grab a random chat here. Vormrodo. Say you need to do nothing right now. Please, everybody. You need to do nothing right now. Let me try it again. AWOL just told me to say it. Thanks, AWOL. You need to do nothing right now. How's that? Is that good? All right. I like that. I like that. That's my phrase, right now. But honestly, yeah, like don't tell people what you're doing. Stay under the water. Keep your head down. Freaking change your life, and they'll see. We got some new emojis. If you're a YouTube member, you can use my new emojis. What do you think of this stuff? Shrekky, I'm too busy doing nothing. Tyler Durham, what are my thoughts on WGU? So I went to WGU for a time, still paying off a little bit of those loans. I did not complete it because I realized I didn't need it. But if you need a degree, if you need that piece of paper, which is valuable and it could help you out, I recommend a program like WGU or another program like it because they offer industry certifications as part of the degree program. That makes sure you're current, right? And that's amazing. So you get a degree and certs, match made in heaven. That's if you absolutely need that degree. I think you can do it all without a degree. That's to say if you're in America in a very specific situation, if you're overseas, if you're somewhere else, you may have to get that degree for that first job. I can't tell you that. You have to evaluate that for yourself. But yeah, if you're going to go to college and you're, dude, I think WGU is pretty cool. Oh, real quick, I wanted to say this. I'm a big fan of having one word to describe your year, to kind of be the theme for your year. My theme, and I'm kind of stating my goals out loud. I'm doing what I said I wouldn't do, but my theme for this year is consistency. Consistency. That's my thing. What's your theme word? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the description or the comments below. If you had to sum up your year in one word, what you plan on doing, what you want your whole life to be around, what's it going to be? Mine is consistency in every area of my life. That's one thing I'm like really lacking on. I'm working on that. But I'm not giving you any concrete goals. So I think I'm still safe, right? I'm still telling you nothing. I think I'm good. All right, let me check the super chats here. I got one from Jake here. Thank you, Jake, for the super chat. Let me find it real quick and throw it up. So Jake is going to start a new job on Monday, a level 3 network engineer role. It's safe to say yourself and the rest of the team at CBT got me there. That's amazing, man. So level 3 network engineer. That's huge. Like, that's big. Dude, that means a lot to hear that. It means a lot to know that though, with the work I put in and the work the other CBT Nugget trainers have put in is helping out. That's awesome. Dude, my favorite thing, I don't know about you guys, but my favorite thing is hearing all these success stories because it's real. We're not peddling here on this channel, and we're not like Ty Lopez saying, "Oh, if you read 50 books, you'll change your life. You'll have a Lamborghini." No, no, no. You can get into IT and make 6 figures within a year. That's reality. Now, sure, you have to put in work, and it'll vary for everyone. But IT legit can change your life. It's a career that's insane. Again, it's like I found a shortcut, I found a cheat code, I found gold, and I want to tell you about it. Will it be this way forever? I don't know. I hope so. But right now, right now, I know it is. So jump on it. Don't waste time. Like, start today. Start today. Like, if you're thinking about starting a certification, if you're thinking about doing something, if you're thinking about becoming a network engineer and changing your career, stop thinking and start doing. Don't tell anyone about it. Don't tell anyone. Just start doing it. And change your mind. Like, say today, I am a network engineer. I am a network admin, whatever you want to call yourself. I'm going to do what network admins do. And that involves labbing, studying, getting that certification. That's what we do. That's what we do, and that's who you are. Identify as that and move forward. Anyways, thanks, Jake, for the super chat. Let me go grab one more real quick. I got Nate C with a question about how I do stuff here. I get these kind of questions all the time. Let me throw it up real quick. It says, hey, I know you use Photoshop to draw over your camera, but what software do you use to draw on your screen? Same thing. So it's actually a little movie magic. So, you know, I used to have a way to demonstrate it live. I can't do it right now. I'm still using Photoshop, but I draw over a green screen. So what I'll do, for example, let me show you real quick. This is my Photoshop right here. What I'll do is I'll change this to a bright lime green, like so. And then I'll draw in white over that, just like this. Oh wait, let me change it to white. And I'll draw over it like this. But what I'll do is I'll use chroma key in my live streaming software to key out the green, and all you see is the white. So that's how I'll do it live. And I'll also just record this screen and edit it in post, and do the same thing in post in my editing software. It's just a little camera trick. Nothing too fancy, no fancy software. But it is neat. I'm glad you guys like it. I like trying new stuff like that. Arrow Gamer, thank you for the super chat. Let me throw you up real quick. It says, keep on going. The ability to push yourself is only valuable if you want to, not if others want to. That's good. That's good. Yeah, don't live someone else's dream. That's another buzzword, another buzz phrase that people use, but it's real. Like, all these things are real. Don't live someone else's dream. Figure out what you want. Figure out what you want. Edwin Ramirez, thank you for the super chat here. Let me throw you up real quick. Ah, where'd you go? Gave me 2, actually. Just do it! Is that the guy from Waterboy? You can do it! Sorry about that. Thanks for the video you're doing, man. You're saying some real stuff. Train even when no one is watching. The successful speak. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I know like a lot of what I'm saying has been like sloganized and put on the t-shirts, bumper stickers and stuff, but it's true. It comes from real stuff. Yeah, like, don't tell people what you're doing. Keep your head down and let your work speak for itself. Thank you, Edwin, for the super chat. Let me grab a random comment from the stream real quick. Let me see if I can find some of the one words. Depression? Big sad Dylan, don't do that. I'm searching. That's good, Esteban. Cool guy says efficiency. I like that. Discipline, Yaj. If I had to have a second word, discipline would be my second one. I think discipline and consistency go in hand. Kevin Lopez says pizza. I can identify with that. I can get down with that. Urtaza Ali says consistency. Same as that. Same as me. Good stuff. Adnan says rich. I like that. If your goal is to be rich, do it. Like, become rich. Do it. Figure out what it'll take to get to that point and make it freaking happen. Lionel says, I'm overwhelmed by all of these courses and tutorials. I want to do them all. What do I do? Pick one. Pick one and focus on that. Like, right? It's when you get to a mountain that you want to climb, if you think about climbing the entire thing, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. Like you get discouraged immediately. But if you think about taking the first few steps, well, that's easy. You can do that. Like there's no mental hurdle there. Just take the few steps. If you think about a big road trip, if you sit there and think, oh man, I got this 23-hour drive, that's going to be brutal. I'm going to die. Or if you just think, if I divvy it up and say, I'm just going to drive 2 hours to my favorite rest stop, maybe it's a Buc-ee's, and I'll get an iced coffee or something. Think about it that way. Easier to digest, easier. So you're looking at all these courses and things you have to do to become whatever you want to be. No, look at the first step. I want to become this, but to do that, I have to just do this one first thing. Maybe it's a Linux course. Maybe it's getting your Linux Plus. Maybe it's getting your EJPT, which, by the way, the training for that is free. All you have to do is pay for the exam. So like a lot of the hurdles we have in IT are removed for us. It's amazing. But just take that first one step. Just focus on that and then move on to the next one. Dedication, says Hadi. I love that. Drink Ovaltine, please, says Jay Solomon. Anthony, Gluttony. Hey, you know what? If you want to go for that, that's cool, man. Ben says learning. Learning, I like that. Toby Play says determination. I love these things. Cheyenne or Shane Buchanan says growth. I'm loving that. Spastic says employed. That's good. I like that. Very good stuff. Glitch Fizz. Hey, NetworkChuck, did you change your Ubiquity password and two-factor? Actually, I haven't yet. I need to do that. I know they got hacked. I need to talk about that somewhere. I was trying to unplug. It's hard to do that when the world's breaking down. Let's check out some new super chats real quick. James Michael, let's throw you up. Appreciate it, man. If you're just tuning in, what am I doing this year? You'll never know. You're gonna have to wait and see. That's the theme. James, thank you for the super chat. He says, I'm getting out of the USMC, which is the United States Marine Corps, in 2023. And this year is certificate uptime, or I guess re-up time. Love this video. Chuck, stay motivated. You inspire everyone and change so many lives. I appreciate that, James. Thank you. That means a lot. I started this YouTube channel with the same mentality. Like, when I was struggling to get my CCNP, which I still am, when I was, and this is like 4 or 5 years ago, when I was struggling, I loved watching people on YouTube. And there was people talking about IT certification, IT paths, getting started in a career. 5 years ago was like few and far between. No one was doing it. This guy named George Almazan was. And I'm like, dude, this is so awesome. I couldn't get enough of it. I would watch his stuff and get myself motivated to study. It's so awesome. And I'm like, you know what? Man, I want to do that for someone else. I bet I could do that. I know how to make YouTube videos. I want to do that. So I started out just making YouTube videos with that in mind, to document my process, to show you what it's like, and to help you along the way. And it's turned into this. And I love that this is what I get to do. So thank you. So if you're a member of mine, if all the super chats you give, in any way you supported me, you're making this possible, and thank you. Like, sincerely, thank you. I can't believe this is what I do. It's freaking weird. I'll be the first to admit, this is a weird career, but I love it. And I love that every video I make has the potential to change someone's life. And that's what I wake up every day thinking. That's how I approach every video. Sure, yeah, sometimes my videos are clickbaity. I don't care. Because YouTube views, like the way to get views on YouTube, that's how you do it. And I have to rope people in. I want to get you excited about IT. If I can get you clickbaited into watching something educational, I'm going to frickin' do that. If I could trick you into learning, I've done my job today. I don't care. So yeah, it's good to hear the way I can contribute to the motivation. And I'm not the only one now. It's so cool that we have a new community of people. David Bombal, Jeremy Chara, you've got Lab Every Day, Dewan Lightfoot, so many, like IT career, like there's so many people out there who are encouraging and motivating and teaching for free. Like, do you understand, like, the content we're making here on YouTube is better than a lot of paid resources? And I come from making paid resources. I know what it's like. I know what is behind there. I know what work goes into it. YouTube is such higher quality than a lot of things. So show love to creators. Like, we're putting these out there for free to build you up and to help you. And of course, we do have a motivation to make a living for ourselves and everything. But at the end of the day, I Earlier in the chat, or the stream, I asked you, and this is part of the 4-Hour Work Week book, which you should read, by the way. So if you want to plan out your year, step back and actually be intentional with your year, some books you should read this year: Atomic Habits, The 4-Hour Work Week, and Your Best Year Ever. I'll put it in the description below. But one of the ideas was dreamlining, stepping back and kind of figuring out what you want to be, what you want to do. And I posed the question, if you had unlimited resources, if you had all the money in the world, what would you wake up and do tomorrow? What would you do? Some people would say, oh, I would go into work because I'm living my dream. I don't know what else to do. That's what I enjoy doing. For me, it's the same thing. Like, I would still do YouTube. I had to really think hard about, like, what would I do? This. I would do this. I would make more videos. I don't care. Like, it's not about money for me. It's about doing this kind of cool stuff. So yeah, thank you. Thank you. I went kind of a tirade there. Real quick from the random chat here. NetworkChuck, and this is from Mateo, I want to start learning Linux and networking. What's the best way to start and get a certification? Well, the best way to start is to shut up and start now. Don't tell anyone about it. But yeah, I would just pick a certification, dude. Like, if you want to get started with networking and Linux, first of all, those are two very distinct and very time-consuming disciplines. Like, it's very difficult to do both at the same time. So I would pick one and focus on it. I would say, just depending on where your level is, you could jump into Linux right now. Maybe get your Linux Plus. Maybe get your CCNA first. So I would pick one or the other, not both right now. Just pick one and go and, like, just do it. Commit to yourself and just finish it. Do it. Certus Gamer says, Chuck, hacking or pen testing is better if this takes like a hobby or a job, and I want to see hobby as like a second career, something complementary. So okay, so let me kind of unpack what you're saying. Hacking or pen testing is better. So I guess what you're saying is hacking like maybe bug bounty, or pen testing. So bug bounty is where you can, like, right now become a bug bounty hunter. Is that what they're called? Yeah. And you can go to HackerOne, you can go to Bug Crowd, sign up for an account. You can hack Apple, you can hack all these corporations as long as you're obeying the rules, and you can try to find bugs. Now, it's not easy, it's hard, it's difficult, but you can get better at it and start making money from day one. If you're, again, good at it. It takes time. Don't let this description of it make you think it's easy. It's not easy. That would be more of a hobby. It would be. Now, you can make a career out of it, but it's kind of like professional athletes. Like, it's few and far between. It takes a lot to become a professional sole career of bug bounty. It's not impossible, but it's hard. It's hard. So I would say hobby. Pen testing would be more of a career. Companies will actually hire you to become a red teamer for their staff. You can work for pen testing companies where your job is to go to different companies and perform pen test. That's more career. Not to say that you can't make either one of those a hobby, and you can do that for fun on the side. Ooh, I like that. Mentor says, the quieter you become, the more you are able to hear. That's good. That's some deep stuff. That's some philosophical stuff. I like that. Jeff says, what's Chuck talking about? I'm talking about goals for the new year and about how you should tell no one about your goals. I'm doing nothing this year. You're going to have to wait and see. All right, let me look at some super chats. I know a few more came in. Let me refresh my screen here. How long have we been on? We've been on for a bit, haven't we? And you guys kill me with those super chats. Thank you so much. I sincerely, it's awesome. Thank you. Let me see. Oh, trying to get down to the super chats. Mr. JKINIC. Let me pull you up. Mr. J. Let me search for your super chat here. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, I posted on Instagram and Twitter that I found out this week that I'm allergic to latex, like the rubber gloves, because I was teaching Sunday school in church, teaching the toddlers, and one was getting a little rambunctious. So I got one of those rubber gloves and I blew it up into a balloon, tied it. Fun times. Woke up the next day and my nose turned into this disgusting rash thing. So right now it doesn't look as bad, partly because it's healed, partly because my wife put some makeup on there. I'm not ashamed to admit that. So a little makeup here going on. Thank you, Mr. J. He says, would you ever open a cluster of servers for people to learn to hack in a safe environment, have like 3 different difficulties? No. I will not put myself in the liability for that. Now, the reason I say no is because there's already services out there that do that. For example, Try Hack Me. They have servers that you can freely log into. They have free paths you can go through and go through their hacking exercises. So tryhackme.org, I think. And then Hack the Box has the same thing. Hack the Box is more difficult, but they do have free boxes that you can connect via VPN and try to hack in a safe environment. So there are things out there that do that. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. That'd be a lot of work, a lot of maintenance. My time is better served making videos, not maintaining servers. But yeah, that's what they've already done an amazing job. I'm not going to sit here and reinvent the wheel. But it's great. I like your idea and thoughts are in the right place. Just go check those out. They're already there. It's awesome. Meaner, thank you for the super sticker. I love that. Mr. Degree. Is that a college degree? It didn't pull up. Let me try to search you with a different term here. I've got a software that will pull up the chats, but it takes a bit to find your stuff sometimes. There it is. I'm a 19-year-old. By the way, thank you for the super chat. I'm a 19-year-old that will graduate from school in May with a bachelor's in network security, Linux Plus, Security Plus certs. Absolutely love your videos, so thankful for the channel. Appreciate that. That's awesome. I love, one of my favorite things is to find out that people in college or that are going through degrees, or people in school or in high school watch my videos to learn. Like I never would have, like, am I the Bill Nye of networking and security and stuff? Because I'll take that that role humbly. That's amazing. To like be watched like that, that's cool. I've heard people call me what's that one spazzy dude? Oh, they've called me the Blues Clues of networking, which I will gladly wear that badge of honor. If I can be spazzy and crazy for you to help you get motivated, I will do that all day. Ben, can you read my super chat, please? I'll see you here in a bit. I'm going through them chronologically. Dr. Molix, what about the meteorite NASA says is approaching? Should we keep on making plans anyway? You know what? I'm gonna comment on something. Let's real talk real quick. I know it's easy, and if you're on Twitter and you live in America or you're watching America from afar, it is freaking easy to get distracted. To let your doomsday mentality dominate your mind. Oh, the world's gonna end. Everything's going to poop. It's easy to let that happen. You know what I do? I turn off the freaking news, because you know what? How my life is going to turn out, how my life is going to be, will not be determined by any politician or any external circumstance. I'm going to change my life today. I'm going to change my circumstance today. Today, I'm doing that. Don't let any external thing distract you. If the news is distracting you, turn it off. Like, the news is gonna, like, things are gonna happen the way they're gonna happen. They're gonna play out the way they're gonna play out. Yes, things are important. Yes, these things are important. But don't let them control you. Don't let them dictate you. I don't let that crap bother me. Because I know my life is too important for me to get distracted. Because I know right now, my life's gonna be, how I'm gonna be in 6 months is not gonna be up to what decisions are made externally from some higher up person. How my life is going to be in 6 months is going to be up to what I did today and tomorrow and the next day and what habits I develop. So no matter what happens around me, I'm in control. I'm in control. Yes, some things can be externally effective on you. Like they can change your circumstances, yeah, sure. But you know what? I think you have more power with your daily activities. So yeah, that's what I would say. I went on a little random tirade. I hope that helps someone. Omega says, you become what you think. Yeah, you really do. What you're thinking up here determines everything. Dude, get off social media. I have pruned my social media to be only motivating factors. To be people I love and respect. To be people that I know are motivating others and that motivate me. That's what I do. I don't get on social media to gossip or catch up on the scuttlebutt or do any of that, or to see what other people are up to. No, I get on there to motivate others and to have myself motivated. It's a tool for me. It's a tool. If social media is not a tool for you to make yourself better, then shut that crap off. Shut it off right now. It's a waste of time. All right, let me go through a few super chats real quick. Thank you, Xtobi Plays. I didn't see a chat come in, but let me search you real quick. Whoa, you posted a lot. First, he says, what distribution of Linux would you recommend for beginners in cybersecurity? It does not matter. WSL2 on Windows, Ubuntu, because it's really common and easy. The only reason to go with a Kali Linux or a Parrot OS is because they have a bunch of tools pre-installed for you. The problem is you're not going to use all those tools all at once. You can install any one of those tools on Ubuntu. I think go through the process of actually installing those tools would be helpful for you, but it doesn't matter. Any flavor of Linux is great. A lot of hackers I know use Mac. But yeah, Ubuntu, Kali, Parrot OS, any one of those is fine. Kali is one of the most popular ones. I would go with that if you feel like you want to start. And I'm a big fan of Kali. So and I work with the OffSec people. If you're going for your OSCP or plan to get your OSCP, they're the same people. They make Kali Linux and they make the offensive security training. I would say Kali if you're in a pinch, but any Linux distro will freaking do. Do you have another question? Oh, that was it. That was it. So thank you for the super chat, by the way. Let me see, Matthew. Let me throw this up. I like this. Let me find you real quick. And don't make fun of my nose, people. It says, well, I'm not going to say what I'm going to do, but I'll tell you what I've already done. Love it. Passed my EJPT exam a few days ago. Everyone give a shout out to Matthew. Use my emojis to emote on him. Is that a weird way to say that? Let him know he's awesome. I appreciate your channel as well as others on your Discord for the motivation. Yeah, dude, my Discord is fire. The people in there are amazing. All my moderators, my staff, and the people in there who just get in there and encourage others. Dude, fire and lit. Now, let me say this real quick. If you are a script kiddie, which means you are... My definition of script kiddie is kind of loose. I don't consider a script kiddie just someone trying to learn and use tools. I don't think that's the case. But I think a script kiddie is someone who has no interest in learning about how the tools work. They just want to use the tools to do something nefarious. If your interest is to come into my Discord and start asking people, hey, how can I DDoS this site? All I want to know is to use this one tool and cripple someone's network. We're not going to help you. We'll ban you. You'll get banned. The purpose of my Discord is to help you become a hacker. The only type of hacker there is, in my mind, is ethical. That's the connotation I want to bring into this. The context. Ethical hacking is hacking. Hacking is ethical hacking. There's bad hacking, but we're going to ignore them. Hacking is good. We're going to flip the script on that. And yeah, so don't jump into my Discord trying to be a script kiddie. Come in there to learn. That's the point and purpose of my Discord. And thank you, Matthew, for that super chat. That was cool. Epic Games. Always good to see you. Throw you up real quick. Get some water on. Bring that up. Currently, been on Knock Tech for 2 years with a CCNA. I feel like I can't progress with my current job. Do you have tips or job types I should look into? So if you have your CCNA and you've been doing Knock for 2 years, I would not feel weird or intimidated to apply for network admin jobs. Look for junior, look for just regular network admin jobs. Apply for them. Start doing it now. If your current job does not appreciate you, move. Don't be afraid to move. Changing jobs, dude, is scary. I know it is. Like, some of my scariest decisions I've ever made in my career was changing to a new company because I was putting myself out of my comfort zone. I was having imposter syndrome, thinking I wouldn't be able to do what they're expecting me to do. I'd make a fool of myself. Like, I wouldn't be able to provide for my family because they'd fire me from day one because they realized how stupid I was. All that stuff is stupid. Like, this is another thing you'll get from the 4-hour work week is whatever you're afraid to do right now, whatever you think is going to be a huge factor in you preventing you from doing something. Imagine the worst case scenario. So if you're thinking about becoming a network engineer, but you're scared about what that might look like, or if you're thinking about leaving your job and starting a new one, or like whatever venture you want to get out on, but you're scared, take your biggest fear, take the worst case scenario and imagine that. Imagine it, play it out in your head. In a lot of cases, when you actually play it out, when you write it down, figure it out, it's not that bad. It's not that the worst case scenario is not that bad. for me, changing jobs was scary, but I had to sit down and do that scenario. Okay, if I change jobs, if I move to a new career, if I jump to a new position, that was terrifying. What's the worst that could happen? Well, they might fire me. Okay, fine. I could always probably get my old job back, or I could find somewhere else. Like, that's the worst case. If I can't find another job, well then, I can move in with some family. Like, the worst case, while it could be scary, it's not that scary. There's always a way to climb back up. There's always a way to climb back out. So play out that scenario. But anyways, I would start applying for network admin jobs. If your job doesn't appreciate you, move. Don't be afraid. Like, my best career decisions were also changing companies. You'll make some serious bank if you decide to move. Diego, thank you for the super chat. Let me throw you up real quick. I always view your videos and feel very motivated. Last year I applied to a Cisco position. I was accepted, and now I'm here sharing it with you. Thanks. Yes. Everyone, give Diego a round of applause here. Like, that's amazing. Freaking A. Applied for a Cisco position. He's accepted. He's living it, dude. He's living his dream. That's awesome. And I'm grateful and thankful I can be part of your journey. That's amazing, dude. That's what this stuff is all about. Matt, let me throw you up. Thank you for the super chat, Matt. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 6. I'll probably have to go around 6. I'll try to go through a few more chats here. So turned down a job that paid $19,000 more after getting laid off. Got an IAM spot in healthcare, which I guess is an identity access management position in healthcare. I have a friend at the job I turned down, and he's miserable. My work-life balance is amazing right now. Work from home. Oh, AWOL. I'll get to your super chat in a bit. AWOL is messaging me in my Discord. AWOL, by the way, is one of my staff and moderators. Everyone, show him some love. These guys are amazing. I'll read it here in a bit, dude. Calm down. Just messing with you. Yeah, so Matt is exactly right on. Like, you can, if you prioritize money, you got to be careful, because some of the best paying jobs might result in a terrible work-life balance. So you got to figure out what you prioritize, what you value. For me, my priority was work-life balance. I wanted time to study. I wanted time to be with my family. I wanted time to explore my creativity. Like, I moved to a new position at a company that was actually, in my case, it actually worked out better. I was making more. My work-life balance was better, and I was able to focus more on YouTube, which was awesome because I was able to end up quitting, which is bad for the company, but it was great for me. And at the end of the day, don't feel bad about leaving your company. Your company, yes, it's made up of people that you respect and enjoy working with. But at the end of the day, you're a number. You're a number. You're a line on that company's budget, and they can find someone else. So don't feel guilty about leaving. Don't burn bridges, but yeah, don't feel guilty. And Matt made a smart choice. He prioritized his work-life balance. And yeah, he had been making more money. But that's, and there was a chat that came in during the webinar I did with Anthony Sequeira today on IT Pro TV. Someone was saying, hey, I'm really scared about getting into IT or cybersecurity specifically because I hear that the work-life balance sucks. Like, I'm scared about that. Like, I don't want to be like working on these long hours and going through maintenance windows and stuff. Like, yeah, that's a real fear. And you know what? That's a reality for a lot of people. I've been in positions where my work-life balance, what work-life balance? My life was my job. I was the only one that could do what I did, which meant I was always on call, which you never want to be in that position. I was always the one they called in the middle of the night for anything. And it was I'm having like PTSD, that's why I'm kind of calming down. It was the worst, but I made a change. I decided to move to a different company, and it really depends on where you go. So you can find companies in IT that will treat you, like, they will make sure that you have a break. They'll make sure your work-life balance is there, and that's where you want to be. Anyways, thank you, Matt, for the super chat. I'll grab some random chats here from the stream. Let me just scroll through randomly here. I will get to your stuff in a minute, AWOL. Leonardo Lucici, I love that name. Lucici, I can't say it. Hi Chuck, I do not have Linux, but therefore I got Windows 10, and I don't know what hacking software I need. You want to use Linux. Like, that's the name of the game, but you can run Linux on Windows 10. You got two options. You can use WSL2, which is amazing. You can run Windows subsystem for Linux on your computer like an app, and it's amazing. You can run Kali Linux on your Windows 10 desktop like an app. It's cool. It's not foolproof. Like there will be issues, but it's amazing for the most part. But the other alternative is downloading VirtualBox or VMware, not Fusion, that's Mac, VMware Workstation, and you can run a virtual machine on your computer, and it can be Linux right there. Just bam, right there. The other option is to just go to the cloud. You can have Linux in the cloud. You know what? I need to make a video about that. Add that to my list. Again, I got goals, but I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing. But yeah, don't let any of that stuff get in the way. R. Pratt. Good question. Any advice for when you fail a cert exam? Need to cheer up for my second chance. So, very pertinent to me because I just went through that, right? I failed my CCNP Encore in December. I got pretty demoralized because that sucked. I still am going to retake it. Now, I'll touch on my certification goals here in a bit. I know I promised I'd get on January 1st and have this crazy streaming marathon in the mornings on Twitch. I had to take a break. I'm sorry. But anyways, any advice? First, my advice is that everyone fails. The realization that everyone fails. Everyone freaking fails their cert exams, even the best people. I was just talking with Anthony Sequeira. Dude's a CCIE, which is one of the highest networking certifications you can get. You have to be pretty freaking smart to get your CCIE. But he fails certifications all the time. He's telling me about how he failed a cert recently that he's taken a couple times. He failed the AZ900, which is an entry-level cloud certification. He passed it once, retook it again, and failed. So even the best of us fail certifications. We're all in the same boat. Don't feel bad about failing. It's just a path, a rite of passage for anyone in IT to fail exams. Yes, there will be geniuses that never fail. They're few and far between. Most of us fail, and it's a reality. So know that. You're amongst good friends. But you know what? Keep going. Reschedule that exam. Kill it again. I actually think that you'll know more than the person who passed the first time. Because you're having to study it so much. Exams are tricky because they do try to test your knowledge, but they're not always the best indicator of proficiency in a technology. So I think you actually end up growing more and becoming better by going deeper and deeper and trying to figure out where your weaknesses are. You learn it better. So just know that, yeah, you failed, but you're going to be better. You're going to be better from this. A failure means you're going to be smarter. A failure means you're going to learn something new that you didn't know before. Anytime you can increase your knowledge, learn something new, become better at something, it's always a good situation. Always try to increase. Dude, that's amazing that you're asking for help here. That's the first thing. You're already doing what I would advise: getting into a community, asking for advice, getting help. Do that. You're doing it right now. Be around people who are of like mind. That's really helpful too. Let me pull in some super chats real quick. I love this right here. Okay. G.I. Joe. Want to point out that I'm the pooper. I'm on the pooper, and you're my favorite potty time content. Raise your hand. Does anybody watch YouTube while doing your business? Totally me, man. That's where I get my motivation. Life hack. I don't know. It seems like men spend more time in the bathroom than women. I don't know. I know that. My gosh, we're getting into a weird topic. I'm trying to, but yeah, I get some of my best motivation time in the private time. Is anyone else? Am I amongst good company? It's just me and G.I. Joe here. Yeah, I consume my best content and get my best ideas. That's awesome. Gabriel, great question. Where can I ask for help if I'm stuck? Jack Keeper said in the Discord. Next topic. Thank you. I already moved on. Where can I ask for help if I'm stuck? Discord. I've got a Discord server you can join. If you just do the command !Discord in the chat right now, you get the link to it. Join it. You'll get help right there. Tons of people who are in the same boat as you or have already been in that boat and are trying to help you. They're there. Oh, G.I. Joe. Meaner, better. I don't know what you're trying to say here. Let me try to find your super chat and see if I can identify. You just said better. And you know what? I'm going to take. Oh, that's your word. That's your word of the year. Better. So earlier in the stream, this is a very goal focused stream. Like, what are we doing this year? I don't want to know what you're doing this year because you shouldn't tell me. I want to know what you've done this year, and we'll talk about that when you do it. And then I asked for your word, your theme of the year. I like to identify one word to kind of encapsulate what I want to be this year. Mine was consistency. I asked you what yours was. Meaner says better. I like that. I like that because you can always become better, and not better than someone else, not better than Brittany, not better than Bill, not better than Bob, better than you yesterday. That's who you're going to be better than. Don't compare yourself to someone else. Make sure you become better. And it doesn't have to be, this is the thing that we get into the trap of, I need to study for 4 hours every day. Today I'm going to change today I'm going to master this. No, it doesn't have to be that. Today, it can be the smallest thing. It could be you read one page out of a book and you got better. It could be that you watched a live stream with one of your favorite creators and you got motivated. Maybe you became better from watching this. That's good. You became 1% better. And that's the compound interest of life, just becoming a little bit better every single day. It could be 15 minutes learning Python. It could be 15 minutes studying for your CCNA. It could be just one little small thing that adds up to huge, huge, huge gains. So I love that word, better. Just want to get better. I love that. I might add that to that's my third word. One was consistency. My second one is discipline. Third is better. Love that. Great question from Hunter, and let's give Hunter some guidance. Y'all help me with this one. It says, hello, I have about 7 classes left for my diploma. However, I feel like I should drop out and focus on my certifications. Any thoughts? That's tough. Because I know how you feel. You feel like spending the money and the time to finish out those 7 classes would just keep you from focusing on what you want to do, will make you just waste time. Like you feel like you're gonna waste time, right? I can't answer that question for you. I wish I could. That's something you kind of just look at everything in your environment and kind of think about that. Some points and advice I can give. You're right in asking the question. It's the whole sunk cost mentality. Like you've already done so much with your degree. I might as well finish it. It might be in your best interest to say, you know what? I'm going to cut my losses here, pursue my certification, save all that time. And it's very possible that you can get certifications a bunch and get experience and get a job and do all these amazing things instead of finishing out your diploma. And you might end up in a better position. You might. But on the alternative, you could just finish out your degree and have that degree because you've already done most of it, finishing it out. And then you can pursue certs after that. So yes, in the immediate, like looking right out here and the next few steps, it might feel frustrating to waste your time, spin your wheels with a degree. I think in the long run, because you've already done so much, it might be better to stick with it. But I'll let the chat kind of give you some advice there. Maybe jump into my Discord and ask for advice. But I could see it both ways. But you have to look at it. There's variables I don't know in your life. There's things that you have to consider in your life that I don't know about. But that's the advice I can give. It's not a waste to finish your degree. You'll come away with something cool. It also wouldn't be a waste to just say, I'm going to cut my losses. I learned a lot, but I'm going to get my certifications and pursue a career. Either one would work. Either way, you're on top. Like either way, you're winning. It's amazing what you've done so far, and it's amazing what you're going to do. I think that the best thing I can say to you right now is that either way, you win. So don't stress out too much about it. Either way, you win. Let's see. And thank you for the generous super chat. You're killing me with that. Killing me. That's awesome. Thank you. I'm losing my voice now. I haven't live streamed in a while. I'm getting back into it. Oh, I'm gonna butcher your name, and I one of my goals that I'm not gonna tell you is to become more proficient at French. So, je goût. Am I saying your name right? I'm not sure. Hi Chuck, I'm from France. I'm a computer science student, and I have just discovered your channel. Your content is really interesting. Thanks a lot. Awesome. I appreciate that. I love hearing how global my audience is. It's really fun to see this. I love that I can reach people everywhere, and I love that we can feel part of a community even though we're so dispersed across the world. I mean, people on my Discord, my staff, they're from everywhere. Like, it's amazing. It's the coolest thing in the world. Let me see. Let me refresh I know I saw some super chats come in. Let me grab a few just from the random chat here. Let me see. Conway says cloud is future-proof. Sometimes. I mean, yeah. I would say learning the cloud is definitely a good idea right now. Kamau Samuel says, for someone who wants to start educating via YouTube as well, recommended the mic and camera to buy. So my best advice for you right now would be to don't let any equipment needs get in the way. So if you have an iPhone or an Android phone, that's better than the camera I started with. In fact, some of my YouTube videos earlier on was my iPhone. So what I would do is use your phone as the camera because that's just incredible quality. I would invest in a microphone first. You can find a cheap microphone for under $100. That's amazing. One of the mics I used on this YouTube channel for a long time was the, oh gosh, it's been so long I can't remember. It's like $70. It's the, let me look it up real quick. Oh gosh. The AT 2020. The Audio-Technica AT 2020. It's $100 right now. Fantastic microphone. Truly amazing microphone. And you already got a great camera in your pocket, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. But yeah, don't let anything get in the way of you starting now. The audio is the most important consideration, and I love that you want to give back. So start doing it now. That'd be amazing. Let me see. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything good here. I know I'm going to miss stuff good, but I want to make sure I didn't. Should have grabbed some random stuff here. DK Sider says, I shocked my CS teacher when I told him I'm studying the same things he is. Hey, we're all students, man. We're all students. We the United says, or we the Untitled says, hey, NetworkChuck, I just turned 20, recently got into IT, and I'm currently studying for my CCNA. Just got into an interview with Amazon as a data center tech. My first step into IT. Any tips? First of all, that's awesome. That's amazing. You're gonna have a blast. My tips for starting out, like if you're able to start working and get experience immediately, that's a gift. It is. A lot of people have to work really hard to get their first certifications before they can land that first role. It's not rare, but some people have to do that. So you're blessed already by having this opportunity to work in tech just like that. My advice for starting out would be first just to focus on that job. Become amazing at that job. Walk in there, learn what they need you to learn, become amazing at it. If you have to learn extra, if you have to go home and study what you're doing, if you have to learn the network or whatever it is, do that. Become amazing. When you get to the point where you feel like you have a handle on things, then resume your study. But my best advice would be just become amazing at your job. Study your job. Study your job. That's what I would say. Because you'll see the most return from your time if you invest all that effort into becoming better at that. That's amazing, dude. So freaking cool. Let me grab some more super chats real quick. Just gonna refresh my page here. Oh, you guys are killing me. JD, let me throw you up real quick. Says, I stream software engineering and games. Do you think that's an amazing idea? Yeah, I do. Streaming is like one of those things that I think is really going to take off, especially tech, which is why I've started streaming on Twitch. If you don't follow me on Twitch, go check me out. If you do !Twitch, I think I have that set up. If not, it's just twitch.tv/NetworkChuck. I see people on there doing live coding, all kinds of stuff. It's cool. Now, you do have to go through the extra effort of making it interesting because, let's be honest, sometimes just going through code might be boring. So you have to make it exciting. But yeah, really good idea. I think there's going to be a lot of success in that. Ooh, I like DeFury's idea here. Always good to see you, DeFury. I asked you earlier if you had unlimited resources. Just unlimited, like you had all the money you could ever have. If intelligence was not an issue, if you were the smartest person for the idea you wanted to pursue, what would you do and wake up tomorrow and do? DeFury says, if I had unlimited resources, I would own a data center. One can dream. I could see that. I wouldn't mind having a data center. But to what end? For what reason? Probably to mine Bitcoin or something, right? Ethereum or something. I love it. So let me know in the chat, in the description below, or the comments below, what would you do if you had unlimited resources? Lionel, I think I already answered your question. I grabbed it before you super chatted, but thank you for the super chat. Let me just throw you up real quick. You asked, I'm super overwhelmed. How do I deal with all these courses and tutorials? And my answer was one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Don't view it all as this one big monster you have to conquer. No, it's just take one course, one certification, do that, and then move on to the next one. Spencer Coleman. I thought I saw you coming in earlier. Good to see you. Man, dude, thanks for the massive super chat. That's awesome. He says, because of you, Chuck, I'm in my second semester of college. I'm following my dreams and it doesn't even seem real. I've never done something that I look forward to doing every day. I will never be able to thank you enough. That's amazing, man. Thank you so much for telling me that. Now, you know how I feel about college, but yeah, again, college, it depends for everyone. You found out that college is totally worth it for you, and that's your reality. That's the path you're living, and that's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that I could be part of your motivation, and you're killing it. That's amazing. I'm so excited for you to be able to have the freedom to wake up and do something every day that gets you excited, that you love, that you don't dread, is the best thing. Like, how many of you have been or in the situation right now where you were like Monday was coming around, you were like dreading it, like you got that horrible like butterfly, but not the good butterfly feeling in your stomach. You're just like, oh god, the case of the Mondays. You don't want to live your life like that. Like, if you're living for the weekend, then your life sucks, dude. If you're living, like, let me say that again. If you're living for the weekend, then your life sucks. Because most of your life is Monday through Friday. Make sure your Monday through Friday is awesome. If it's not awesome right now, you're doing something wrong. You better change. And you can change. Like, don't think you can't change. Will it take work? Yes. Yes, it will. But it's worth it. It's worth it. So you can freaking change, dude. But don't, if you're dreading Monday, then it's time for a change. Flip the script. Change it up. Spencer did it, and that's awesome. 3 minutes. Almost done. Let me see. Throw it up real quick. There it is. Hey Chuck, recently got into IT and I'm studying for my CCNA. Just got an interview with Amazon. Oh, I already saw this one. I grabbed it already. This was a super chat. I already answered that one. Thanks for the super chat though. I didn't realize I just grabbed the random chat from the stream. Nate J, let me throw you up real quick. AWOL, did I skip your super chat? I didn't see it in here. Now, let me throw AWOL real quick up because I must have missed his stuff. His big grand message is more Cisco. I do need a more Cisco emoji to use in our stream here. Let me grab a few more super chats, and I gotta get out of here because I've been going too long, and I'm starting to like die a bit. Oh, I did miss some super chats here. I didn't see Ben's here. Let me throw Ben up real quick. So good to be back. I love doing this. This is what I love doing. Ben says, hi NetworkChuck. I just want to say a big thank you for helping me pass my MTA Networking Fundamentals exam as I was really struggling on my OSI TCP model, and your video helped me. It's Daniel, by the way. Or Daniel. I don't know. Awesome. That's amazing. So this is what's so cool is I have a free CCNA series, which I'm not going to do anything with this year. I'm not completing my CCNA this year. Wink, wink. If you're just tuning in, please understand that doesn't mean I'm not going to do it, but it does mean that because I'm not going to tell you my public goals anymore. But it's cool to hear that while it's for CCNA, you're using my stuff for MTA or whatever other discipline you're using and whatever cert you're using. That's really cool. Congrats, Ben or Daniel. That's amazing. All right, let's go through super chats real quick. We're going to do speed round because I got to get out of here. We got Spencer's, the Untitled, Nate J. We didn't answer yours, Nate J. I almost did not answer yours, and that would have been a tragedy. Pull you up real quick. Got my first job in IT. Have a degree in networking, cybersecurity. Thinking of taking Security Plus, CCNA, and Linux Plus, Pentest Plus this year. Is that a good route? Trying to decide. Is that a play on words? Good route. Trying to decide what will be best. Let's see. Chat, what do you think? Security Plus, CCNA, Linux Plus, Pentest Plus this year. I think it's good. But however, I will say this. If you already have a degree in cybersecurity, you may not need those basic Security Plus. I would say that you could possibly skip Security Plus unless you need that DoD compliance. I think you could skip it. CCNA is solid. You want that. Networking is always good to have. Linux for sure. And then Pentest Plus, yeah, that's a good one. So I think it's a great path. I think it is. Good, healthy goals for this year. I would just maybe reconsider Security Plus with your cybersecurity degree already in your pocket there. Maxim, let me see if I missed your chat. I saw you put a super chat in, but I didn't see any text. Whoa, you posted a lot of stuff. Let's see, I don't know what to do. I love physics, electronics, IT, programming, networking, servers. What would you do to know what you love? Study. I study and know a lot. Or you study and know IoT. So it sounds like you have a lot of interest and you love it all. And you're trying to figure out which one. Since you love everything, I would just pick one and dedicate yourself to it for a time. And put a time frame on it. So maybe it's networking, for example. I would say take 6 months and become certified in networking. Get your CCNA. That's what I would say. I'm in the same boat. I've been in the same boat where I'm like, I want to study this and this. I want to study all the things right now. That's what I want to do. That's the worst place to be. Pick one, stick to it, dedicate yourself to it. Put a time frame. Say I have to stick with this for 6 months. I have to get my CCNA. Only then, after I've gotten that, can I move on to something else. That gives you enough time to actually go through the hard parts, have fun with it, and see if it's something you enjoy and that's your passion. That's what I would say. I think it's a good path. Ruben. Let me throw you up real quick. I'm taking the Google IT Support Professional Certificate through Coursera. I started it without knowing it didn't have great reviews. Keep at it. I think it's free, isn't it? So if it's something you didn't pay for, I think you do have to pay for the certificate. Easy for me to say. The certificate at the end, but I don't think you have to pay for the actual course. The knowledge in there you'll get is great, but it's not great on the resume. So I think if you're not too far into it, maybe pivot to another certification, like A+ for getting that first help desk role. If you just started, I would switch. If you've been in it for a while, maybe finish it. It's only going to help you. It'll help you with the other. Like, there's nothing stopping you from getting that certification, then jumping to the A+. You'll be better for it. But yeah, you're right. The reviews on it aren't great, just because it doesn't have a lot of cred right now in the industry. You can't really search for jobs for that yet, unless you want to work on Google's IT support desk. Let's see. There's a few more super chats, and I got to get out of here. Gabriel, we'll end with this. Oh, wait, I'll do these last two I'm seeing, and I got to get. Because I have the, this is from Hot Mustard Gas 20. I have the AWS Solutions Architect, Associate, and AWS Security Specialist. I have 9 years of experience at DC Data Center. Do you have any tips for getting a cloud job? Dude, you got so much going on for you right now, or going for you. Man, that's a lot. So any tips? So I wouldn't get any more cloud certification at this point. Like I wouldn't do anything else. The things that will help you land a job are knowing Linux and knowing scripting, getting more into DevOps stuff. Because again, cloud is one thing where it's knowing all the basics, the fundamentals, just somewhere else. So knowing networking, Python, Linux, data centers or servers, databases, knowing all that stuff as a prerequisite and just putting it in the cloud. So I would polish up those underlying skills. I was talking with Anthony Square today on our stream, and he's like, we're talking about how we see like there being specialized skills in cloud, like someone who's specialized in the compute side of cloud, people who are specialized in the databases of cloud and machine learning of cloud. So I would pick up skills that'll help you become better at cloud. Don't get another cloud certification unless it's going to help you, unless like they're looking for that. But I would say Python, Linux, focus on that. That'll help you. And then my last super chat I'm going to do here from Gabriel. It's a good note to end on here. This thing we call failure is not the falling down, but the staying down. And that's true. That's true. Failure is staying down. You never fail if you keep going, keep getting back up. Yeah, you can fail an exam. The official term for it is you failed. They'd tell you, and it sucks. But as long as you get back up, you're not a failure. And I love that. Thank you, Gabriel, for the reminder and the super chat. Guys, that's all I got today. A quick recap on me. Switch cameras here. A quick recap on what we talked about. I'm doing nothing in 2021, as far as you know. You're going to have to watch and see what I do. You'll see what I do. You're not going to hear from my mouth right now about what I'm going to do. Keep your goals to yourself. Keep yourself silent. Put your head down and do the work. What the problem with telling people your goals is that you get that endorphin rush, that little satisfaction. Your unconscious brain's like, yeah, I feel like we already did it just because you told someone you're going to do it. And what that does is it ruins your motivation. It actually increases the likelihood you won't follow through. So what you should do is don't tell anyone. If someone's asking you, hey, what are you doing this year? What are your goals? You say, you know what? Wait and see. Wait and see. I don't have to tell you what I'm about. I don't have to tell you what I'm going to do. You're going to see what I'll do. You're going to see how awesome I am and what I'm going to accomplish. And then we talked a lot about goal setting, some books I think you should pick up. The new year is a great time to reset. To reset, step back, and look at your past year and go, the direction I was going, is it the direction I wanted to actually go? Am I where I want to be? What was wrong? It's time for some course correction. And if you're over here, it's probably because you were going that way or letting something else steer you that way. Course correct. Get back on the right path. Control your destiny. Control where you want to be. That involves stepping back and being intentional, planning your year out, figuring out what you want to do, and developing some great habits. So some books I recommend: The 4-Hour Workweek, Atomic Habits, and Your Best Year Ever. Anyways, guys, that's all I got today. I appreciate you coming here and hanging out with me on my first stream of the year. I took a break. It's good to be back. And I'm doing nothing, so don't look for anything. You'll see. You'll see. I'll show you. But I'm not making any promises. That's all I got. I'll catch you guys later. Can you hear me now? Cool, cool. So, like any good Marvel movie, I'll do the same thing here. Some post-scene credits. I want to give away some coffee right now. So real quick, if you're still watching, I appreciate you for watching till the end. All 352 of you, I'm going to give away a $20 gift card to NetworkChuck Coffee. Let me get that spun up and ready to go. Let me make sure my other mic isn't live right now. Okay, yeah, we're solid. Let me grab that coupon code. So you got to be quick on this one, guys. Oh yeah, I was going to do it with Google. I got to be careful with this because I get myself in trouble. I'm going to do a quick little Google form. The first person to access this form, fill it out, will win coffee, a coffee gift card. Again, $20 to NetworkChuck Coffee. I do sell my own coffee. I got merch on there and everything, so feel free to peruse that if you feel so inclined. But let me get this set up for you real quick. How many times am I going to say that? 10 times fast. What is today? The 14th? Coffee 114. All I want to do is ask for your email address and just fill it out real quick and be fast. That's all I want you to do. And answer this question. Getting it ready. You guys better be quick, man. And you guys are quick. Like it's insane. And let me add a first name field so I can congratulate you. All right, here it comes. It's getting ready. Getting ready. Let me shorten that URL. I'm gonna grab it right now. Okay, so right now in the chat, I'm gonna post a link. You gotta be quick. The first one to respond to this, you're gonna win a $20 gift card to NetworkChuck Coffee. Here we go. I'm gonna monitor it right now and see who wins. No winners as of yet. No winners yet. We got our winner. It's that quick. Our winner is, let's see, Edgar. Thank you, Edgar, for being the first one. You are freaking fast. I'll reach out to you with some NetworkChuck Coffee here in a bit. Maybe a discount code. And if you want to buy some coffee, NetworkChuck.coffee. It's what I'm drinking right now. And if you want to get this mug right now, you can too. And Edgar says, what should my next video be? It should be CCNA. But I'm not going to tell you I'm going to do that. I'm making no promises. That's all I got, guys. Catch y'all later.